Welcome food travelers to an episode here in Vancouver, British Columbia. In this episode, we head over to a newer restaurant named Seaport City Seafood Restaurant for dim sum. We didn't make reservations as we were not sure how busy the traffic was when we were driving up here. Luckily, they do validate parking in the garage for the first 2 hours, and the kiosk is on the second floor where you check in with the hostess. You want to have your car license plate ready to enter into your system. Since we walked in without a reservation, we waited for about an hour for our table. And the restaurant is located on the Cambie Street right between the West 8th Avenue and West Broadway. It's a very extremely busy intersection if you know that area. It's also very close by that Broadway City Hall station, the subway station. And according to their website, which is different from Google Maps, they open daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for lunch and dinner from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And they are also Michelin mentioned on their Michelin mention guide.
The interior looked really nice. Looked like they really planned it out and made a really upscale kind of look to it. Was the actual inside of the restaurant and everything else, was that just a different location or was that the parking lot heading out into the restaurant?
Yeah, that was the parking lot heading out to the restaurant. So I also wanted to record entering the restaurant from the street level. That's why there's two separate entrances that I'm sharing here in this video, and I wanted to make sure that everyone knew like the differences. So if you're parking versus you're coming in from the street level, you can see the difference in that. But you can see on the street level, it's extremely busy. There's so much traffic, construction, and everything going on.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised going through. I'm like, wow, this is a really nicely set up entranceway for a restaurant. And then it just ended up being the parking lot. But I gotta say, that was a nice parking lot then.
Yeah, they definitely put in a lot of work into that. And as you see here in the restaurant dining hall area, it's also very pretty. It's very nice and grand. There's a lot of lighting. Staff is super busy restaurant.
So what are the favorite dishes that you encountered when you were here?
So some of the items that I ordered was I got the barbecue pork buns with crispy lay, got the scallop and shrimp, which is a shumai, and then got the xiaolan style steamed dumpling, and I got rice rolls with egg and beef, milk tarts, minced beef congee with watercress, stir-fried gailan with ginger. And you can also see with the stir-fry gailan with ginger, they kind of did more preparation with this one. They peeled the stems or the thick stems at the bottom off before they stir-fry this. And it tasted very fresh and very refreshing. It has a really nice crunch to it with every bite.
You can kind of tell it's a little lighter because sometimes, you get the really thick stems. And so I know a lot of people really hate eating that part. My nieces and nephews, they always skip that part and they only eat the leafy part. And so it's actually pretty nice to see that they actually take the time to actually take that little detail to make it that bite a little bit extra special than the normal what you would find at other places.
So another thing I wanted to mention was the rice roll with the egg and beef. I thought this was more traditional home style of the rice roll. So instead of just beef slices inside or into the plain noodle itself, they added the egg mixture to it before steaming. So it's a very tasty one, and they gave you the sauce on the side so you could pour as much as you want or just pour everything over it like I did here in the video.
And how would you describe the flavor of this?
I would say it's very good, very nice egg and beef taste to it. How you would expect it to taste. Like the beef is very thin sliced, so very velvety, very smooth, good overall taste. I don't know how else to say about that, but you gotta try that when you come here, Simon. The other thing is with the shumai, I thought that was pretty more traditional style. But I do think with the scallop, I think one thing I noticed is they topped it off with a whole scallop, and the texture of it is pretty fluffy and airy inside, rather than like some other restaurants, they may just give you dices of scallops itself on that. With the xiaolan style dumpling, this is a very good like alternative for somebody who's a vegetarian. as this one is mostly just wild mushrooms with water chestnut dumpling. So it has a translucent wrapper on the outside, as you see here, and it's pretty sticky to touch, so I was really trying not to touch on it and get my hands all sticky, but it has a nice texture and it's a good alternative to those heavy meat dumplings.
Looks really nice, and from what I've seen from all the different dishes, it looks very, very fresh. You know, very. It's not like those other dim sum places you go in and there's the cart that gets pushed around, and sometimes you don't know how long something's been sitting there. And I'm assuming, since I haven't seen anything being pushed around, that these are pretty much cooked to order dim sum dishes as the server comes through and you order for them.
Yeah, that's correct. So you get a piece of paper, you put down how many number or items you want for each dish, then you give it to a server and they put in the order for you, and then the food will come in afterwards. Another thing I thought was very interesting was this congee. So this is watercress congee with minced beef. Traditionally, watercress, you would see it more along the Cantonese soups. It's pretty rare to see it featured in congee itself, especially here in Vancouver restaurant or even in Seattle. It's something that I almost never seen before. Most places, they usually use like green onions or cilantro. And I thought the watercress definitely a good texture to it. With the milk tarts, you can see it's got this puff pastry style outer crust to it. It's more milk forward than egg forward as you normally get from other egg tarts, but you can see I'm squeezing it just to show how milky it is inside. It's definitely another very good one.
How was the outer shell? For me, one of the most important things is just having a nice, crispy, light shell. As when we were in Macau a long time ago, that was what made the Macau egg tart stand out. Was just the crunch of the shell was just absolutely delicious. The way it was kind of put together along with the egg custard.
Yeah, it was very flaky. Very similar to Portuguese style egg tarts and other egg tarts we've had before. Definitely something good, and if you're in Vancouver and you're trying to come to this restaurant, I definitely would recommend you make reservations. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.